we're here with Anand Ayyar, entrepreneur. Tell us about your story.
Sure. Just like MLS is for real estate, we wanted to put together a common repository for all products that people buy and sell over the internet. So aggregating information from multiple suppliers and disparate data sources and making the distributors have leverage to that to relay it back to the retailers so that the consumers can have the best buying experience was our idea, startup idea.
Mm-hmm. And what phase of a company are you at? The Startup America has different stages. You know, there's the idea, the startup, the ramp up, the speed up.
I'd like to say somewhere between startup and speed up, primarily because we have successful clients using the software today, and we are trying to create applications out of it. So we definitely would like to ramp up at this stage.
So what was your first entrepreneurial experience?
Well, when I was, I would say that obviously pretty 20 years ago, probably. Clearly, my experience started with creating products that people could leverage to increase time to market and essentially bring new ideas to fruition. So I think barring those lemonade stands, I would say it was 20 years ago.
So what's the best advice that you've received from, say, an advisor recently?
To really map it out and have your business model, verified and validated with the customers and the real marketplace, people who have very little bias, to get that chalked out and do it right on paper and really think it through and understand the pitfalls in paper, far less expensive, and get it right, and then execute it on vision. Obviously, those kind of planning exercises are one of the best that any entrepreneur can do.
So where did you struggle to figure out your audience or customer, and what changed?
Well, as the business model evolves, so does the demographics of the customer. And it's very important to recognize the value proposition, because depending on your business model, the value proposition could be very different and appeal differently to different people. So it's very important, again, to recognize the real pain that you're solving and fine-tune the audience accordingly.
Tell me about your biggest failure.
One of the biggest failures, I would say, is to assess the ease with which you could distribute something in a very crowded, noisy market where everyone else is trying to get a piece of the pie. So one has to really recognize the power of marketing, the power of outreach, and really factor that in, and not just create a widget, because a widget is a very small aspect of the overall business. And getting the word out there can be rather challenging.
And tell me about about hiring talent. What's the best talent you've acquired lately?
Well, one of the primary yardstick in the early stage of your career or entrepreneurship is to recognize self-reliant, competent people who carry the ball until it's done. It's very important to have those people, the early starters of the company, because there isn't enough energy to coach and or to babysit steps along the way.
Well, that was fascinating. It's really good to hear about your story, and it's been an inspiration for everybody out there to try something new. So thanks for your time.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate the opportunity.